All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball here on this beautiful premiere field from the NXL 2022 World Cup. I'm joined by Walker from Carbon. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to see this matchup.
Now, we got Crisis here, head-to-toe Carbon team.
They are. They're one of our premier teams. They're a great, great organization.
So in this set, Carbon, Carolina Crisis is going to be taking on the Droogs, and then New Jersey Jesters taking on Royal City Seadogs. So if you just missed the action, we just had Colorado Blitz taking on Manawatu Titans, PB Fit taking on Arsenal. So you can watch that game back. As on your screen, you can see the Droogs holding off the snake push right now and getting into the wall, the center bunker there.
It looks like it's a 5-on-5 still. Nobody's really done anything crazy yet.
So Crisis off the break shots have been amazing throughout the competition so far. So nice to see that Droogs. Oh, and as I say that, Droogs lose a body. And they go through the middle, so great job. Ooh, as the Droogs player gets shot into the ground.
Ooh. Looks like he's okay. He's getting up now.
Yeah. Unfortunate for him, he ran into about 3 different guns.
Yeah, did not look good. We got a Droogs player here, though, in the Snake 1. But it looks like Carolina Crisis did pick him up when he made the move.
So if you're just now tuning in, an amazing set here for you coming up. In the action right now, so stick around as we're just getting into the Crisis Droogs match.
Got a player in the Snake for both teams here, right at Snake 1. And, oh, Carolina Crisis just ran through on that D side, 50 Dorito. I don't know if he's still alive. Looks like he's still alive right now.
Oh, but it looks like.
Oh, man.
I was going to say.
Okay.
I was like, I'm pretty sure the Droogs guy got hit, but.
Nobody knows about their other snake guy.
Little chirping already.
Ooh.
I like it. So Zach Freeze giving the old keep talking.
Should be a good match here. Same with the Jesters. They look like they've been playing pretty well. They play a really good team paintball.
Yeah, Jesters having a little bit of a tough day right now for them, or a tough tournament so far. Jesters sitting second to last in their bracket, going 0-2 on the day yesterday. So we've talked about it several times before, but on Saturday paintball, this turns into a must-win situation for them. Now, Royal City Seadogs, on the other hand, going 2-0, doing really well. Canadian team out here representing.
A little bit of a different story going on for those guys. I like it.
So Kavanaugh trying to break out to the center. Unfortunately, losing one. They do lose another player on the break. So 2 players down off the start for Jesters. So 3-on-5 action right now as Seadogs really looking amazing. Their off-the-break shots are dialed in.
Looks like the snake guy here. I mean, he can go all the way down, but he doesn't have to. He's got a couple guys posted up on their back center bunker. They're just going to hold this whole side and probably put some more pressure on.
Yeah, so you can see there, very smart, slow, methodical play. And
That's smart,
yeah. After Jesters lost that third body, it was a good concession on their part just to try to save time.
Absolutely.
Save their players some pain.
Yeah. It's good. It's just the first point, can kind of regroup here, figure out what was going on. Maybe it was just a poor breakout, but losing 2 on the break's never good.
All right, so coming back on the field right now, we got Droogs, but European team coming over to play the World Cup, shooting all MacDev markers, which is great. One of MacDev's premier teams in Europe, and I always love their jerseys. Their logo is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's definitely different than a lot of the other colors too.
All right, so Crisis trying to see. Oh, they do get the off the break shots, but Droogs pushing all the way onto Crisis side of the field. Number 4, wheeling and dealing, getting chopped up. All right, so he's going to take a hit on the hopper.
Oh, there. Yeah.
So
maybe not.
Wait, maybe not. Maybe not.
They got 2 guys. Oh,
okay. So he is.
He's gonna get punished for it.
Oh, and he's going to get the penalty too on top of that. That's tough. So they're going to pull. That was a major penalty, it looked like.
Oh, yep. He's pulling all the bodies.
So that's a tough one. That is going to leave,
man.
I believe, 1 player left alive.
That's what it looks like. They might be just clearing the field right now.
Yeah, tough one. So a combination.
It took a lot of ground, though.
Yeah.
But you should have just walked off. You can't take your buddies with you.
Yeah, I was going to say a combination of the Carolina Crisis off the break shooting and then a penalty, a curse that Droogs got there in that situation. Definitely gave him an easy point. So
yeah.
Crisis looking relaxed. They're having a good time out there, dancing.
The carbon gear. They're just kind of shrugging their shoulders, keeping it real.
Weather, no big deal here.
Yeah, exactly. Don't matter. But today looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm all about that.
So as we are getting into this next point, I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, Pro Sharp Paintball, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Dye Paintball, Sup Air, and DLX. We have an amazing trade show going on here in Kissimmee, Florida, outside Orlando at the NXL 2022 World Cup. It will be live and free all weekend long here with the best of semi-pro and WNXL action. Cloud cover starting to clear out a little bit, starting to get a little sunlight. It was a little foggy this morning, which made for some, if I was a photographer, it makes for some great shots. The puffs of smoke coming out in the fog.
It was awesome, yeah.
So, yeah, just trying to provide the best live and free experience for you here. Having a great slew of guest commentators here, like Walker from Carbon. We're also going to see some Tropic Thunder members, Jackson Frey, Matt the Gym Rat coming up. We're going to have some pro players in here as well. So stick around and make sure that you're watching and listening to your favorite players, brands, commentators. Besides myself, I know I'm in your heart. I'm all of your favorites. So
if you're not, you should be following you.
Right? If you're not, you should be following me on Let's Talk Paintball. Like, share, comment, follow, subscribe.
Let's go.
So all right, 40 seconds here. We did have a timeout. I mean, that was a good timeout by the Jesters, right? They're like, okay, everyone refocus right now. Take a deep breath. Royal City Seadogs, they are beatable, right? So Seadogs have been grinding and scratching through. Jesters, legendary name in paintball. I mean, that organization, Concur, right, has been huge for, a better part of a decade and a half. So, and they've been in kind of a staple point, bringing back a lot of their older pro guys as well from their old school pro days. That camera shot. Can you move off that, please? Hold on, Doritos! Move off that camera, please.
All right, the breakout here. 5 up for both teams. Playing the pocket.
So right now, as you can see on your screen, a little bit of a move there on the Dorito side, getting up, trying to figure out right now what they can do. Carolina Crisis, on the other hand, Seadogs on the other side, trying to close off the move from the Jesters in the center.
He's just going to kind of headhunt here. He doesn't have to do too much, this Jesters guy. He can set a trap. But everyone's just kind of not even really shooting their guns right now. There we go. Picking up a little bit.
So Williamson there, you can see, trying to hold off that lane to make sure the Seadogs don't move down the Dorito side.
Right now we got 4 guys shooting the snake side over here for the Royal City Seadogs. Nobody going over there right now. They need to kind of put something together.
Oh, they do get the Seadog, or they do get the Jesters player out of the center though. So great job. I mean, Seadogs right now trying to figure out how they can lock down this Dorito. They have stopped the player in the Dorito 3 from moving up, but the Dorito 3 player is trying to call a shot right now. Oh, catches a bounce. Wow, what a lucky Royal City Seadogs player catches a bounce. So humidity is affecting the paint. So setting up the trap right now. Royal City Seadogs go up to the center. They set the trap to see if the Dorito side player will come through and try to bunker the center with nobody there. Running ref coming in to check a loader.
All right.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Close.
So off the chaos, though. So Moran's just looking, talking to his players right now, trying to figure out. So number 11 from the Jesters.
I don't think anyone saw this Royal City Seadogs player here.
They didn't.
Getting the snake here.
They did not.
He's going to do the right thing and just keep
He's going to go all the way down.
Keep it going.
Yeah, he just needs to go all the way down the field.
Oh, he's going to shoot this
guy.
That's
what a shot.
Yeah. See if he can. Oh.
Put off the chaos.
He's going to trade with another guy, though, on the snake side. So 2 for 1.
So the Seadogs player in the center wheeling and dealing. He gets a shot on the player moving down the Doritos. Now battling with the Dorito player in Dorito 4.
And he gets him.
Wow. So great back and forth battle right now.
They just put that one together. Just that snake player kind of broke it open. Nobody really saw him do that, but that was a good breakout though. They had both teams had it set.
So Snyder walking off, not real happy. Understands he just lost a gun battle. That's tough. Or no, Snyder was the guy that got pieced up by the snake guy.
Yep.
He's probably mad because no one called the snake.
Yeah.
So Seadogs going to take another one. I mean, this is. If you're just now tuning in, we've talked about this before, but semi-pro is a 5-point mercy rule, not a 6 like the pros.
Correct.
So when you go up 2 points fast, you have to be careful. You have to slow down the momentum. If you're Jesters, you have to slow the movement because it can be very easy for them to come back. So right now we have Carolina Crisis taking on the Droogs. Now Droogs, they, like I said, coming over from Europe, doing pretty well over in Europe. And then trying to make their debut again. They were, for a most part, kind of a staple in previous seasons, but decided to focus on the European events this year instead of coming over. The trouble they have, obviously, coming from Europe is they kind of throw together like a mercenary squad for a lot of times.
Yep.
So similar here, they do get a chance to bring over a lot of their guys from Europe on this one, but they did pick up a couple American mercenaries.
Makes sense when you're traveling.
Yeah.
Nothing's cheap these days.
So breaking out here all the way into the snake. Oh, but he does get caught, unfortunately, on the way in.
They do get a Dorito player all the way up to the Dorito 3 off the break. But there's...
So inadvertent horn here going off. Ref going in to check. It is rubbed, so great job. Carolina Crisis on your screen right now. Rolling their guns. Now Crisis, if you're unfamiliar, rocking their traditional green carbon jerseys, wearing carbon masks as well, shooting Planet Eclipse markers. And on the other side, Droogs shooting MacDev markers in a blue-black jersey, as well as you can see on your screen right there. So right now, trying to lock off those zones as Kreese, number 97 there, trying to shut down the Dorito movement. They got to be careful because there we go. If you don't shut that down, Carolina Crisis is going to make those big bumps in the Dorito as Crisis player gets all the way into Dorito 3.
Yeah, it looks like nothing's really trying to develop here on the snake side. They're kind of just holding each other honest. Well, actually, what was that, Butler?
Yeah, Butler number 7.
Yeah, he did get out, but I think he's got 2-3 guns here on him.
Yeah, he's in the insert bunker right here going into the snake. Oh, but they dropped the lane. They dropped the zone so they don't realize Carolina Crisis player all the way in now.
Yep.
And now he's going to start going to work. So gets one shot. I think is that Dawes, I believe? Or,
yeah,
that might be Freeze.
Oh, yeah, Dawes is in that Dorito. That's what it looks like.
So great job moving all the way down.
Ooh.
They find the last player. Ooh.
Little snapshot.
Yeah.
Great close there. Well, looks like Eddie's getting checked by the ref over in that corner.
So Bendig alive. He's going to go ahead and number 21 here on your screen. So he's waiting for. Going to take a deep breath. Going to chill. There we go. Take a knee for a second.
All right.
And that's a good sign of confidence there when you have a team who's feeling good about it. Like they're going to take this match. They're not in a rush to hit the buzzer. They're going to give their guys a little extra time to breathe, a little extra time to, especially as it starts heating up here. As you can see on your screen right now, the 9:30 set, Carolina Crisis versus the Droogs. Frankfurt, New Jersey Jesters versus Royal City Seadogs. Then coming up, we have Padres versus P-Mob, Preferred Mob, and Austin Torres taking on Chicago Distortion. So Sunday implications there for those teams.
Yep.
Huge ties right now. And then later on, we have the WNXL action coming up after the lunch break, so make sure you stick around for that. Great storylines developing there, too, as there's a two-way tie for the WNXL title with Destiny in third, only 2 points behind the top spot. So on your screen right now, Seadogs making a big bite into the insert bunker on the snake side.
Do lose one of their back players off the break, but it looks like the Jesters also did on that Dorito side. So 4-on-4 here.
So Rosardo there. So one of the tag team duo Rosardo brothers on that snake side right now. They got to be careful so they do know he's there, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do. In a game plan like this, they're just pulling guns that direction, right? That's it. So they're going to, so they're going to try to push up the center, push the D side, but they're just trying to pull guns out to the snake to free up some movement in the center.
Absolutely. Looks like we got this guy up in here in the, oh, they're not checking him.
Yeah, he cut. So as the weather heats up, as temperature becomes a little bit of issue, moisture, we're going to see a lot more bounces from players as well. So
changing some paint lots, doing a lot of testing of the paint. That's for sure here.
So everyone kind of sit down right now. We're probably going to see these points start slowing down a little bit as Williamson gets in there behind.
He's got nobody behind him right now, but he does have a guy up in that 40 brick. Oh, now we got a Seadogs player just kind of walked his way up. He's shadowing out this wall here. He is in the 50. Now he's about to set a trap here on Williamson.
So Williamson getting the deep check from the ref right there.
Oh, but it looks like that Seadogs player does pick up that Jesters player up the gut.
Oh, that is a tough.
Oh, and they lose Ryan there too.
Yeah, that was Goldberg there that took the walk for the Jesters. That's a tough loss for them. And, yeah, Rizzardo just feasting right now on the snake. Yeah, great job. I mean, I'm pretty sure they just ended that with 4 bodies alive. So Seadogs looking unstoppable here in their first 3 games so far.
They're playing great. I talked to, I'm not exactly sure if he's one of the owners, but Derek Welts.
Okay.
Colder Distribution, carries some carbon products. But super nice guy, and he's playing with the team. They have a couple different divisions as well. But it seems like everyone's playing really well in their whole organization. I haven't checked their divisional scores, but that's what he said earlier today.
Yeah, and it's always nice to see teams make that transition because I know Canada has a couple really good leagues as well. And when you see them come down now, the Seadogs, I do want to give them a shout-out, a little bit of love because, for 6 months of the year, they can't play paintball.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of – I don't think there's any indoor team or indoor fields for them. So they're really grinding it out. The first event they come into in Florida, they've played paintball for maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is tough to do when you have a lot of these teams, especially Florida teams or Texas teams, who are playing paintball, year-round.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage or disadvantage. Yep, exactly.
So for seeing them do as well as they've done, now coming into this event so far, 3-0 if they win this match, they pretty much locked up that top spot.
Yeah.
So they've been last 2 events. They've been a pretty consistent Sunday team. So just kind of struggling and grinding through. I got a chance to talk to some of those guys at the last event, and they're ecstatic with the progression of their organization now, making a real dominant look.
I don't think that people really, they don't think about the Seadogs enough, because it's like, oh, they're not stateside. People aren't practicing them all the time, but now
they're real players.
Yeah. Now people are like, oh yeah, we should scout this team.
So if you're in the local area in Kissimmee, you can come out and watch this amazing semi-pro action as we have Carolina Crisis versus the Droogs going on right now. As one of the Carolina Crisis players makes a 360 roll into one of their bunkers. But they do shoot the Droogs player trying to come through. They lock that up. So great job, great pickup and read by the Carolina Crisis players. Oh, they do lose one on their Dorito side though. So Droogs, another center push here happening as they do have better field position right now. And the Dorito 4 now in the wing on the snake side and the wall. So the players are going to release. Oh, but unfortunately they do lose one as Butler makes the release into the snake insert bunker.
Looks like we got, so does Crisis have, they got 3 alive. Trying to kind of see if there's anyone else on that Dorito side, but it looks like they're kind of locking it up. They're crossing their guns. And they're pretty flat right now because they got 2 of those Droog players are right up in that 50.
Yeah, I would expect them to try to get a kill and then work off of that. As number 19 here, Marin, I believe, from the Carolina Crisis is in that snake corner wrapping, trying to get a shot in on the player in the insert. Oh, they missed the shot, so the Droogs player. Oh, what a shot from the player from the Droogs in the center.
Here. If this snake player can just go down right now.
Yeah. So Butler's going to get the shot on number 24 Carolina Crisis, and he's going to go all the way down.
There he goes. All right.
Wow, great job there.
That's a good point.
To play off the chaos. Droogs clawing back on that one. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. They're only going to be down by 2 now. So that's what we need to see from the Droogs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit more pressure, and they were all shooting off the break. I think they literally had 5 guns up. Maybe that's some secret sauce for them.
So good close out there now. Hicks there, last player left alive, and unfortunately in that situation, not much you can do in that little W bunker. Called a lot of things. People have called it the cowboy hat. They call it the mini W. We've heard it called a lot of different stuff, but he was kind of stuck in that spot. And unfortunately, when bad place to gun battle from is when you're kind of dug into a bunker like that.
Yeah.
And especially when you're looking at 3 guys on their feet staring you down with barrel tips.
Yeah, you're just gonna wait there until your back explodes.
So Galawoski coming on now. Looks like both the Rizzardo brothers. Chandler.
It's a big point for the Jesters here. See if they can put some pressure on.
So all the way up into that wall on the snake side. Trying to wrap and look inside. So he looks like he wants to go to the wall. He's up on his feet. Got to be careful not coming over top there. If you see right through the wall there is a tower right there. So you got to be careful because he can drop a shot in over that wall.
Looks like we got 2 Jesters players taking the walk right now.
One on the Dorito side. Yeah, so the Jesters tower player moved from the tower into that inside little W we were talking about, then moved inside to the Doritos, so making a progression.
Yeah, the Seadogs are kind of just chilling now. You can see this. Well, he's not on your screen anymore, but the guy up in that center wedge, he's kind of just got his head out. He's trying to figure out where the bodies are.
So look right now. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the Jesters trying to make that shot in, and he doesn't make it alive. Oh, that's a bummer. So Jesters now losing 2, so it's a 5-on-3 right now. It's Seadogs in the driver's seat right now, the furthest player up. So they're really just talking right now as the movement on the Dorito side, and they get out Kavanaugh. So unfortunately, Kavanaugh's gonna get punishment as well. It looks like 1 player left alive for the Jesters in the back center, have to wheel and deal by himself. So this is just a quick closeout for the Seadogs.
Hope he doesn't get a penalty here. If you're his team, I know he's got to pull something out, but okay.
Yep. Oh, woo! And he takes a little extra love on the way out. So kind of just stuck there.
A little bit of chirping here.
Yeah, so it looks like the Seadogs player was trying to apologize. Those Canadians, always so nice.
So nice.
That's the unfortunate part, too, when you're stuck in a position like that and you have 4 guns looking at you. When you stand up, you're bound to stand up into a couple.
Yeah.
The Seadogs player tried to say, hey, man, I'm sorry. Jesters, though, gritty team, they're like, I don't think so, dog. You're going to get it. So Jesters had a couple points like that before on a couple different events where, if they were going to lose, they were going to lose and make you feel it. Make you feel it. So
that's that style. I'm not exactly sure where all those players are from, but they've been playing paintball for a long time. A lot of different organizations.
A ton of them are in the Northeast area. Majority of the team in New Jersey, so they got that Northeast grit. So you can see on your screen right now, looks like they have Castor, Dawes, Brandon, Summers, and then I can't see the last jersey number over there, number 67.
Some of these guys actually used to play for the old Trauma.
Yes,
They've been playing paintball for a long time as well.
So, unfortunately, taking the early walk there. It's going to be Brandon trying to go up the center.
Looks like the Droogs lose 1 though that tried to go through them, try to clear him out, but he was already shot.
So 4-on-4 battle right now. As Gilrath, number 8, up in the center. They are going to spread the field out a little bit.
Droogs got pretty good positioning here.
Yeah, Crisis trying to make something happen. They're trying to talk, draw the guns over to that juice box. Juice box looking like it's the cold air we have coming in right now is starting to affect it a little bit as it's getting a little deflated. So he's really having to play tight there. And he can't move, too. That's such a spot to get stuck at, which stinks.
But now we got a Droogs player that crossed the 50s on the Crisis side of the field, and he's just going to lock it down here. Oh, but he loses his guy at the wall. That's not going to help him stay alive there. And it looks like he might have just got clipped.
So we can see there. Oh, he does. And so he does take the walk. So good job.
Because Eddie just shot him straight up from Crisis.
Yeah, Dawes recognized the situations and was able to peel him out. Now this player, number 97, Craze, in a bad spot right now. Because Carolina Crisis already on the side of their field. Just turn around and start pieced him up. So that's a tough one.
So Crisis is looking good. They're not giving away any bodies. I think that's really what's setting them apart here.
So 8 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in this New Jersey Jesters Royal City Seadogs match. Jesters look staring down the barrel of a mercy rule loss here, which is not what they need right now. Snyder, look at these guys walking down with their heads down, looking, kind of looking dejected already. Like, that's not going to help anything. You gotta be able to keep that energy, keep that hype. 20 seconds left to go.
That guy's got plenty of paint, so maybe they're trying to put something together. But they need to put their foot on the gas a little here.
Yeah, Williamson coming out here also.
They're getting shot off the break, though, too. But, Williamson, he can play some paintball. He was the last guy that was in the back center on that last point. He kind of moved around a little bit. They can put some stuff here together, but where's their fifth guy? There we go.
So Goldberg coming out as their fifth. Goldberg, he's been one of the best players on that, really been that pillar of strength on that team in the back center, holding down a lot of things, if not moving up and wheeling and dealing. So, like I said, we'll see what they end up doing here. My guess is because Kavanaugh's not in, K1 Cav, they're probably not going to push the snake or that side as hard. I would look for maybe a larger push up the center as we see Chandler coming out right now. Chandler also loaded up with a ton of paint. So this point right now, like I said, could decide the Mercy win or loss for New Jersey Jesters. Let's see what Royal City Seadogs going to do. Now, like I said, plenty of time left here. Jesters can mount a comeback. 2-minute points is not out of the question at all. When we get down to 30-second points, that becomes a little tough. We did see a 8-second point yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So definitely doable, but it is the anomaly. As Jesters going to go all the way across. There we go. There's that big move I was talking about. Oh, but unfortunately Goldberg gets taken out, and he gets a couple extra in the throat on the way.
Oh, man.
Now Jesters are filling the wall again, trying to move up.
And they're shooting. They got shot 2 of these Seadogs over here, but got a pretty good lock. Oh.
So 4 on 3 right now.
On 2, actually. So looks like that wall guy, actually, he snuck one in on that back center. So they got a pretty good cross, the Seadogs here.
So old school move here by the player in the wall for the Jesters, looking through the actual cracks of the bunkers. So don't really see that a lot anymore. And that just shows the experience and the depth of that New Jersey Jesters roster as they're storming down the Doritos side. They're going to take another one out. I think there's just one player left alive in a very similar situation we've seen before. Oh, and they're still going to let him have it. So Seadogs tried to save the back of their player, but unfortunately Jesters giving it to him. So that's look at that. That was a 30-second point right there. So actually 37-second point. That's what they need to do, right? So now they're only down by 3. They staved off their mercy rule. That's what we need to see from the Jesters right now. They need to get hype. Jesters, usually one of the louder teams in the pits, haven't heard a lot of noise from them at all. Usually they're, chirping, they're chanting, they're doing everything they can, and it's been pretty quiet over there. So hopefully that will get them back up on their feet.
I hope so too here. Yeah, they're a loud team, like
you
said. But they're right by us here, and we're not hearing too much out of them. We're hearing more out of Crisis, just getting stoked here.
Crisis just feels good. They're up up by 3 points, 4-1 right now in the Droogs. 7 minutes 25 seconds left to go. As Droogs break out to the Dorito,
and they get a guy. Droogs got a snake 2 here already off the break, and I don't think he's hit unless.
So Droogs are going to lose both their front attackers, as their Dorito side player and their snake side player are going to get hit and taken out.
Gonna keep running here.
So inadvertent horn there. They are going to keep playing. So right now we have, as you can see here, as the spread out. Carolina Crisis is really in the driver's seat right now. Up by 3. Don't really need to do much. Adamson there over the top. Got to be careful, though. We have seen that backfire a couple times coming over top of that snake bunker. All the drop shots that they have on this field, you can definitely get clapped doing that. So
right now it looks like that Crisis. What are you guys calling this wedge right up here?
Just the wedge?
Just the wedge.
Snake
right?
wedge?
Yeah, snake wedge. He's hunting a little bit right now because he's got all the freedom because it looks like the Droogs had lost that snake player off the break. So he's just kind of hanging out here. Maybe they'll set some traps, but hopefully Carolina Crisis realizes they still need to keep their foot on the gas.
Got to be careful here. So they lost the shot on that, so the player was able to move out. So Buckley here, number 55, in that in that corner. If he looks down the wire, he's going to be able to get the Crisis player, but the Crisis player, oh, there we go. So he gets him. And
maybe just some communication fail there. I don't know if he knew that the guy was there. Or...
Yeah, I don't think the way that Adams looked, he looked like he didn't know that player had moved out.
Yeah.
Well, they missed him, and that's what happens. That's why it's so important to hold your zones, because if you don't, something like that can happen. Now Crisis has to turn a lot of their guns and a lot of their attention onto that snake corner, which will free up the Dorito side for the Droogs to move. But everybody, I mean, this back center player has to get out of there. If Droogs, now we're ticking down almost under 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go. I mean, down by 3. You know, this is where crunch time starts to come in a little bit.
Right. And their snake wedge guy right here, he's got the position, but he's just keeping the Carolina Crisis player. Looks like he's maybe it's Caster. I think he's in the Dorito 3, and he's just kind of hanging out now.
So if you're just now tuning into this action, I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, here with Walker from Carbon Paintball. We are commentating here this beautiful day that we have of paintball action for the semi-pro and W1XL on the Premier Field. We are currently in the middle of the semi-pro match between the Droogs and Carolina Crisis as Droogs gets a player into the snake.
Yeah.
I knew it. See, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, my goodness. They don't know Carolina Crisis moving on the side of the field. If this Droogs player comes up, he's going to get one. He just pieces him up. If he looks behind him, he's going to get another one. Look behind. They missed each other. So he doesn't know. The Crisis player doesn't know. Oh, wow. Crisis player, or the Droogs player is able to steal the point from the Crisis player. Wow.
Oh, man. It looked like he got there before he got shot.
He did. He definitely got there before he got shot.
And that was just, I don't know who it was here that was in the Carolina Crisis side, but they dropped the ball. Like you said, you called it. They didn't watch that snake guy, and he just free move all the way down the whole snake.
Number 85 for Crisis. Caster giving his teammates a piece of his mind on that one.
Can we not do that again? Because that was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, what happened if you go back and you're watching the replay on that? Essentially, the Droogs player, they dropped the lane on him. He got into the snake. He was able to hide himself on the Carolina Crisis side of the field. Gets up and gets the shot on the wedge on the snake side of the field. But at the same time that's happening, number 85 from Crisis is moving past him, and they completely miss each other. Droogs, understanding their points deficit, runs in and hangs the flag. So great job by them as we're getting into this Jesters and Roll City Seadogs match. 7 minutes, 22 seconds left to go. Jesters able to stave off the mercy rule. But unfortunately, off the break shots for the Seadogs are great as they will shoot out Williamson. Now Goldberg trying to do work up there in the center, but Seadogs really just rolling their guns right now from every angle. And like we talked about before, Seadogs is a team that has been fighting through all year long and looks really good for today. And so Jester's not able to get the shot on the Seadogs player in the can there.
Was in there in the same bunker, and he wasn't. He should have made that move, but it's okay. It looks like Seadogs have 4 alive, but the Jesters are dropping one more here on that snake side.
So as you can see, Chandler here moving up the snake side in the God bunker, the insert bunker here, that small Aztec. But Seadogs are going to lose a player as well, as they lose one of the dynamic duo, the Rosardos, from the Dorito side.
Yeah, and then they're going to shoot another snake player here.
Wow, so Jesters way to bring it back here. I believe it's a 2...
I think it's a 2-on-3.
I think it's a 2-on-3 right now. Body's a little blocked out from what we can see. Refs also standing directly in our way. But hey, refs need to get those angles more than we do. So
if it's not, and it's just a player in the back center, it's a 3-on-1 here. But it looks like there's still a Dorito player here for the Jesters. Someone else that they're shooting at over here.
Yeah, trying to figure out where that last body is as we're panning the field here. There's a Jesters player in Dorito 1 in the back center. They're working together right now. They know they need this point. Ticking down to 5 minutes.
Seadogs have no presence on the snake side here, so they can't do anything. They're kind of just putting the pressure on up the gut.
So what you're witnessing right now is both these players are looking down the Dorito side. So this tower player Oh, they switched at the exact right time so the 50 wall player could move uncontested, but the Doritos side player did switch sides, so he is trying to lock down that as he's going to wrap. He's going to miss him, but
everyone's staying honest right now.
Oh, and he's just going to run into a gun though. So that was a tough run. That was, in that situation, he probably didn't need to run out of that spot, but the Jesters player in the back center is just going to get absolutely pieced, unfortunately.
Yeah, his buddy didn't have to throw his body away there to run down that Dorito side. Oh, man, he's got some paint on him from the other side.
Yeah. So the problem that you run into here in the situation is if you stay in your spot and you don't throw your hands up and make every attempt to get out, you're going to catch a little extra because different angles, they can't see that you're actually out, you're eliminated, unless you throw your hands out, that kind of stuff.
It's like you said, it's a 3-on-1 at that point, too. There's a lot of balls that are in the air still.
Yeah, Jester's not happy about that. As he gets the double dink in the eye, they give him a little extra eyeballs, and unfortunately he's also wearing some on his side. He's walking off slow, not loving that. And he did catch quite a few on the side.
The other player that ran to his death, his whole front was yellow.
Yeah, literally couldn't see out of his mask.
Also not having a great time.
Yeah, it's bad when players have to windshield wiper their masks in order to walk off the field. So
someone really right or really wrong.
So 1 minute left here. Carolina Crisis and the Droogs. So 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Crisis was going to walk away with this one, but Droogs fighting back.
Yeah, yep. If Droogs put another one on the board here, we got a really interesting game. But like you said, Crisis really in the driver's seat, and they just, like I said, they got to keep their foot on the gas here.
Yeah, and this is one of the situations where we've seen top teams before. They let off a little bit. They go to more defensive. And Matty Marshall talks about this all the time on the pro field. It's, a lot of times they get up points, and then they go to this kind of like slower, more laid back, heavy guns, and it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So if I'm a coach, I'm foot on the neck constantly, right?
Yeah.
I don't care we're up by 4, let's get up by 5, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if we're up by 2, let's go up by 10.
you get some room to try stuff too. I think a lot of teams, in the semi-pro, they like to try stuff right away then, and that's what you should do. You got some points to spare, put them up on the board.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to try yourself into a loss either.
Yeah, true.
So Carolina Crisis here taking more conservative breakout as they do get the back spots, but Droogs absolutely flying up the field right now.
Oh, man. Nobody there for the Droogs player to shoot when he rounds that wall bunker, but otherwise there's still 2 bodies up at the 50-yard line for the Droogs.
Can you guys go to the wide shot, please?
Ooh, Crisis player takes a walk here on the snake side up that gut.
So
everyone's shooting their guns, though.
Yeah, so you can see their 50-yard line. There were 2 there. One of them ran through, got pieced up a little bit, but still moving up, feeling the pressure right now. So, the Droogs are really in a position right now where they have to start thinking about looking at the clock. So you can see one of the players looking at the clock right now, trying to figure out the time they have on their hands. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left to go.
Looks like the Droogs player actually crossed the 50 on that Dorito side now. On Crisis side of the field. Oh, and they're coming in for a Crisis check. You better,
Wow, great job there. So Droogs completely switching their game plan up, going to a phenomenal more push attack. Now this Butler player here, number 7, he needs to get down the snake side.
Yeah,
get down and go.
They're making the plan together. Yep.
Yeah.
Should I do this?
If I was him, I would go all the way. I wouldn't stop. I would go all the way. He's got no pressure. No one's looking at him right now. So Butler needs to go down the field.
Yeah, his buddy right next to him is like, "Yep, go."
Yeah, he needs to get on. So if I was him, I would get on the team's other field or other side of the snake. So
keep going. You're gonna get shot here. So Eddie Dawes knows that he's in the sick now and shoots him right in the noggin.
Unfortunately, so he delayed too much.
Yeah, he should have sent it.
If he just would have sent it, then he could have got up. So Butler, great effort, but a little too late, unfortunately, on the move.
All right, so they're trying to close it here. They got pressure on.
Wow, great job here by the Droogs, putting a ton of pressure there. He does miss his shot, though, unfortunately. That's a tough one. Now Dawes knows he's there, and Dawes is got to be careful. Dawes is one of the best snap shooters in the game for semi-pro, so he does not want to catch the battle. And, he cuts. Wow, catches a bounce off the hopper. What a save. Droogs.
He does take one of the Crisis players with him that was actually just in the line of fire while he was snapping him in that tall tower behind.
So 57 here for the Droogs. Should go buy a lottery ticket because not only does he get a shot on the Crisis player, but also takes a bounce off his hopper.
It's pretty crazy. Still 2. Oh.
And he gets, and he ends up getting Eddie Toss.
Oh, man.
Droogs coming back right now. The Dorito side player here needs to make the move, and they move at the same time. Let's see if they do trade out, so great job. So the Droogs player are going to go hang the buzzer and fall.
One. All right. They had one no, they got 2 bodies.
Got 2 bodies left alive.
Okay.
So Droogs making this a match.
Yeah, I don't know what to say here.
They could play the spoiler right now for Carolina Crisis. So looking at Carolina Crisis, they went 1-1. They need, right now they're sitting in, I believe they're tied for 3rd in their bracket. So the way the bracket's going to work for semi-pro, 18 teams, 3 brackets total, so 6 teams per bracket. Now they're going to take the top 2 from every bracket, so that's 6, plus 2 wild card. So that's 2 teams from any bracket that have the second best points margin of those top teams. So in a situation like this, I mean, Carolina Crisis, if they lose this one, they're tied with Blast Camp. So Blast Camp wins the next one, they could potentially knock Crisis out of that wild card spot. So
put some more points up on the board here.
Yeah, they got to be careful right now. So great breakout here. Kavanaugh making it into the insert bunker. 5-on-5 breakout, as it seems no one loses bodies here. Now, Jesters, 4 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. They need to do exactly what Droogs are doing and push the pace right now on the Seadogs.
Got to put a plan together here, but it looks like the Seadogs kind of pulled up short here on this can up the center, and maybe he's trying to set a trap for their snake guy, because it looks like Jesters, they got a guy in the God bunker here, the snake feeder.
Now trying to figure out, ref takes a heater right to the ear. That's a tough one. Shout out to all the refs also out here in the field right now doing a phenomenal job out here in all this crazy weather. They're out here all day long, so make sure you give a shout out to your refs on your field. They're doing a very tough job. As we're watching this Jesters match right now, Royal City Seadogs, Jesters trying to stave off this mercy rule. It looked like they had a little bit of momentum there when they brought it back and saved the first mercy rule, but putting themselves in a position where now they have another mercy rule.
Yep.
So Rizzardo here, sitting in the Snake 1. He's doing a lot of communicating right now. What he's trying to do is he's just trying to pull attention, right? Yeah. So everyone's looking at him. He's communicating as Jesters move up to the little juice box in the 50. And
it looks like, so Ryan right here on your screen, I don't think a lot of guys know he's there. And he, right now he can rap.
God, he's just absolutely destroyed right now.
He could rap and, shoot this snake player. He could shoot this other guy up the gut, but now it's only 2 guys, so.
So Seadogs player definitely just got bounced or shot in the head.
Yeah. He just needs to stay alive there. He doesn't need to do anything else. All of his buddies are coming. He's got 3 other guys that are at the 50-yard line right now for his team.
So got to be careful not to get shot in the elbow. Oh.
And this looks like it might be the end here.
Yeah, Williamson, lone soldier left alive. So that will do it here, looks like, for Royal City Seadogs and Jesters. Number 5 in the Jesters does not look happy right now. He did get shot quite a bit up in that center. He had
a couple really good points, though. He was the guy that was up the gut, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's been playing the center attack for them quite a bit. So,
well, congratulations to the Seadogs here. They look like they're pretty stoked, but they must have a game plan or something because they're not celebrating yet.
Not celebrating yet. So that will do it there. Seadogs will take the win over the Jesters. Their mercy rule, putting Seadogs at 3-0, putting Jesters at 0-3. So, if I'm Jesters coach at this point, tournament's pretty much over. Let's just go out on a win. Let's just take that last match. Let's go out on a win.
Absolutely.
Let's make people remember who we are, and start building and get ready for next season.
Yeah.
Now, for the Seadogs, though, looking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right. So they're really poised to be a favorite here so far. Now in the Droogs match, Carolina Crisis can't throw this away. Carolina Crisis has had a bad reputation of throwing games like this away and cost them in earlier tournaments. So,
oh man, and Droogs take 2 players up to the center wall, and now they got 3 at the 50, and they shoot one of the Crisis guys.
Wow! So Droogs full court press right now.
Oh, and they shoot another Crisis player.
So that's 3.
Oh, shoot 2 of the Droog players though. They're trying to come through. They shoot 2 of them. Droog's got 2 players left. Oh, but someone gets a major? Or
is that it?
Oh.
Yep, that's a major, and that will end the point.
Don't know who that's on yet.
Trying to figure out who that major's on.
A little bit of arguing going on here. People trying to figure out what's going on. I think that it could be on Crisis.
No, from what I'm looking at, it looks like the major was on Crisis. The way that Droogs is celebrating right now makes me feel like it's tied it up. Now, rules-wise, the reason the clock got stopped, everything happened, a major penalty, which is a red penalty. You see a red flag fly in the air. That is a 2-body penalty. So you go and you bring 2 bodies with you. A minor penalty means is a yellow, and 1 player and your buddy goes with you. So in a situation like that, under 60 seconds, a major penalty is a swing point. So that means that Crisis potentially could have just, with that major penalty, tied up the game or gave Droogs the tie.
Correct. And honestly, I don't know if they had enough bodies to serve it. So they could start down, too, which
so this
is
could
not ideal. So the refs are over here talking in the center of the field. Looks like both coaches are over here kind of trying to figure out what's going on as well.
So right now we have, looks like the Droogs going to go back on the field as Nick Sloviak dropping a couple expletives out here.
I had my mic muted.
Oh, that's
he's
good.
Trying to act cute, but he's probably going to come in here and say hi.
You guys ever used carbon gear before? I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I got a little bit of it myself. I'm not going to lie to anyone. I wear it.
You
Yeah,
know it?
I wear it.
I like to wear it too.
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm sponsored by Diet.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Carbon's okay.
Not everyone is fit for the carbon logos. Ha.
So later on today, Nick Sloviak will be in the booth with me for the WNXL match for the Femmes, which are a Dye Premier team. So hopefully we will get a good glimpse at the new DLS marker that they just released at the event. So we will see the conclusion, though, of this match right now. It is tied up 4-4. Carolina Crisis will start down bodies. So in this situation, semi-pro, we do not do ties. So this match very well could end in a tie, 54 seconds left. Now, the question is, can Carolina Crisis hold off this amazing push that the Droogs have put up 4 unanswered points in a row on Crisis to make this a tie match?
They got to shoot someone off the break here. It looks like they got their shooters in right now, but, hopefully they can shoot one, make it a 4-on-4, and have a chance here.
So let's see what they do. So 4 guns on the break. So they're going to go all the way through.
Oh,
they're going to trade out.
So they're going to trade out. Okay, so it's a 4-on-3 at this time.
So Castor did what he needed to do. Castor got into.
It's actually a 3-on-3 right now. It's a 3-on-3, and Crisis has got one guy in the snake.
Yeah. So great job.
Oh,
Crisis gets into the snake.
And right now, Crisis is at the 50 on the Dorito side, and nobody knows he's there. He's going to blow up another guy's back. Oh.
Wait, did he get another penalty?
No. I think.
So we're trying to figure out what's happening right now.
A clock situation.
No. The head ref stopped the clock. I think they're saying that player got a penalty.
Oh, that's not
This
good.
could be a situation where if there's not enough players to pull, Dragoons could, or the Droogs could get the point.
That would be crazy because the Crisis player was literally ready to hit the buzzer.
He was running in to hit it when the clock got stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, little expletives going on right now. Carolina Crisis coach not happy. So gotta be careful here because too much harassment on the refs. You can get a minor for it.
Yeah.
So
maybe even going into your next game. And that's just a tough loss for Crisis. They had their
they're gonna call a major penalty on that.
That's crazy. And
pod pack hit is usually an inobvious hit, which is a minor.
Yeah, and they had two refs on him right here that were checking him, and that's really what the coach is upset about. Is he sort of just been a minor, maybe, but the refs were looking at him and he didn't advance or anything. But it's really tough, really, because honestly.
So right now it is going to, in a crazy turn of events in X-Ball. Minute 19 left for break time. Game time right here, 24 seconds left to go. Carolina Crisis has to try to score a point to tie this up right now in a call that is being highly contested right now by the Crisis side of the field.
This is a shame, I mean, it's not always perfect, but that's why we play paintball. So otherwise we'd be doing something else, but that's the game. Yeah,
sometimes the refs see different angles and different things that we don't see. As we're getting a nice top shot there from the drone footage we have on the field, so you can see all the pathways and marks there from everybody running through. So
while we got 30 seconds here, I'm just going to say you're doing a great job. This webcast is awesome.
I appreciate that,
man.
This
is one that I can go back, I can watch it. It's good. I love it.
You know what's the best about it? It's live and free all weekend long.
Isn't that crazy?
So no paywalls, no nothing. Now again, if you're just now tuning in, we did have a little bit of technical difficulties. On Friday, right, with the hurricane, but we were able to rally back and get everything ready to go for you to provide the best possible experience here as we go into this critical 24-second match right now for Carolina Crisis. Going to start down a body again.
Nobody's at the wall for both teams here, but a little aerial view looks like Crisis is going to put the pressure on, as they should. It looks like only about 10 seconds left. Someone's got to make a move, and they shoot
9, 8,
of the Droogs players.
7, 6, and it's just going to be
4 on 4, and
little.
They got to go. You got to go.
Yeah, it's too late, unfortunately. Wow. And
What
the Droogs are going to take a contested match right now against Crisis. So this will go down the story of if Crisis does not make Sunday, if something happens, they end up not making Sunday.
This is it.
The story of Crisis this year is going to be throwing away these matches like this. I like